Happy Friday. This is Michelle with Revolutionary Resume coming at you at 11:45 Eastern for our Fast Fact Friday, where we update you on job markets, give you some tips and tricks for applying. And before we get started today, I would like to ask you to give me a like on this video, a follow on the page, and if you want to share it or invite your friends, that would be even better. So let's get started without further delay. Layoffs. So Meta is talking, and there is rumor, so it's not confirmed yet, that they are working on restructuring to lay off 20% of their workforce. Of course, they're denying it, but there have been several leaks that have pointed to this. So that is an interesting development, and I always give you these so you know where to kind of keep your eyes peeled to maybe not apply. So that is just a little heads up. Comms hiring has been particularly difficult. In this article that I pulled up, they were talking about the hiring process has become a reputational issue. And this is huge, right? I have often said the best word of mouth or the best spokespeople for your company are those who you hire in and who have a great onboarding experience, which includes the interviewing experience. And I think we could all probably cite some horrific interviewing and onboarding experiences for companies that worked out in the end, right? The job was fine. It was just a little, rocky road to get there. In this day and age, people are not messing around. If your process is 3 and 4 months and your person is left out to hang and nobody's giving this person updates, or the updates are exactly the same for 3 weeks in a row, that's not giving somebody peace of mind. It's not giving them confidence in your organization. So I will say, if you're anybody who is in the HR or recruiting space or in management where you set the tone and the SOP for these things, to please keep in mind those are people too, and it's not just a numbers game. It is human lives, and people are waiting for jobs. And in this economy, I think it's especially cool to keep people hanging on extra long. Not that that's ever okay. ADP Research did a survey, and they were talking about emotional stability and comfort in the job space, and most people's confidence levels have dropped. This chart, unfortunately, only goes back to May of 2022, and it peaked right around July last year, and then it's just been dropping ever since. The manufacturing sector, construction, retail, and wholesale trade are just consistently been going down. The only ones that kept us from dropping further are construction slipped, was the medical field, the sales field, the science field, those, and professionals. Those are consistently going up. Unfortunately, my screenshot apparently did not have all of that, so my apologies, but that is keeping it from dropping any further. So those are some things to consider. Our weird story of the week. This caught my eye when I was preparing for today's live stream. My employee has a bad attitude for a good reason. The person goes on to say this person has lost a sibling in the last 6 months. They had laid one of their parents to rest. They themselves had a really bad car accident, and they are still having physical ramifications from that, still having pain, still having to go through physical therapy and all this. So they have a good reason, but they're constantly in that negative headspace about the weather, about the work, about the customer, everything. And that wasn't initially how this person was. And they were asking advice, and a lot of people gave a lot of good advice. You don't want, as an HR person, you want this person to feel targeted, hey, Joe, you really need to go do something. This is just awful. So what do? You can nicely let everybody know that there are additional resources for emotional support for employees. Like if you have a helpline, those are great. You can do little pick-me-ups around, and hopefully that will help influence Joe to be able to have the support to turn things around mentally. It's a lot to come back from, and if he feels supported, and just make sure they know that they're supported. Sometimes that's all, yeah, I know it's rough, but we support you here, Joe. It could be something that simple. So just do that. There were a lot of other really tough conversations discussed in this article, and really gentle and appropriate ways to handle it. So I will be posting that link in the comments. I think it's an important read for everyone who is in a space that deals with any other people at all. Your tip for today goes along the same lines. When you are interviewing, whichever side of the interview table you are on, keep in mind that everybody's got their own baggage that they bring to the table, and try to remember to have some grace with that. If you get asked a weird interview question, you're not obligated to answer anything that breaks employment law, but you can kindly deflect and answer nicely, or deflect nicely and kind of give a non-answer answer. It's okay. And if you are an interviewer, remember how nervous you were when you were going for a job. So give those people some grace. And I think we need a lot more of that patience with each other in our world, and I think a little bit of it will go quite a long way. So just take care of yourselves and each other, and as always, send me your questions. I'm happy to address them in the next live stream, which will be next Friday, the 27th at 11:45 Eastern. Y'all take care now. Bye-bye.